number 2, but I just would say, you know, if there's a better team in the country right now, I'd like to see it. This is what you play for, though. This is what this program's been building for since it started back in 2011, is building a championship caliber program. And today you're going to get a chance to play against the best of the best. So, Chris, I'm really anxious to get this game going and see how the Saints are going to show up today against Marian.
And the Saints are taking the field in what has turned out to be the biggest game in program history. And it just had dawned on me when I was listening to your piece with head coach Matt Cohn. He's been with this program since the beginning. How often do we talk about continuity in a coaching staff, in a program, in order to build a strong foundation, having somebody in place for an extended period of time? Now, he hasn't always been the head coach, but over the last couple of years, you've seen this team evolve into a more complete football team in all 3 phases. And since he's been here at the beginning, he knows the values. He knows what's important. He knows how to put things into perspective for these guys. And that makes all the world of a difference when you're talking about being able to go out and play against the big boys.
Well, and obviously one of the most important things is he knows the kind of player that's going to succeed here, too. And recruiting, you know, when we started this program, it was all about recruiting team captains, recruiting leaders, and that has been a constant thread throughout this program history. And, you know, again, having Matt being here since the beginning, he understands how this program was founded and where this program needs to go. And this year we're kind of seeing the fruits of that with, you know, our best season so far. And to be truthful, we're set up to be a pretty competitive program down the road as well. There's no doubt about that. And as we get you ready for kickoff, we thank Siena Heights University for being the pregame sponsor today, as they are every week. It's it's just a beautiful day for football. It's a little cold, a little cloudy, but I think we're going to stay relatively dry. We may get a couple sprinkles here and there. We just had a little bit of a spit a couple minutes ago, but I expect everything should go according to plan today. And, you know, we've got a huge crowd out here once again. Compared to the last couple of games, Chris, as long as it isn't 60-mile-an-hour winds, hail, and you know, lightning, I think we'll take this any day. So it's just a bit of a breeze out now, but it certainly shouldn't be anything that's going to affect this opening kickoff as the teams get ready to boot it away. It looks like the Saints will kick it off first. So they'll get the ball to start the second half, which just looking into the crystal ball going forward could be a nice little piece to have in your pocket. Well, when you win the toss like that, you know, you're playing against a team that averages 518 yards a game. You might be tempted to take the ball first, to not have them have the football, but Coach Cohn really has a trust in our defense, and he's going to lean on them to try to get us off to a good start here, Chris. Saints 6-1, the Knights 7-0. It's a battle of the Titans today here at Laughlin Stadium. And we're underway. Kick will be fielded at about the 12-yard line. Here come the Knights. And tackled right away at the 22-yard line. Good tackle there. Guess who it was? Our player of the game last week. Mr. Cole Merlin, the Wizard, back in action. Once again, stepping up big on special teams. The freshman linebacker stopped the returner in his tracks at the 22, and that's where the Knights will take over. Well, I'm really interested to see this Marian offense. We've heard a lot about it. Averages 518 yards a game, 45.6 points per game. They can do everything well, and they're, if not the best offense in the country, one of the top 2. Led by Ethan Darter, the junior quarterback, 6'6", 230, out of Sherrillville, Indiana. It's going to be a give. Stacked at the line. Whole host of Saints there, but led the way from Trenton Morrow, the free safety, coming out to make the stop. Also Griffin Sobel right there. Griffin Sobel, our linebackers, having an all-conference type of season this year, and that time no room to run for Mr. Salary, who leads the conference in rushing. 5'7", 185 out of LaPorte, Indiana. Darter goes to the shotgun. He's got Salary to his right. They're going to throw it. Quick pass. Going to be caught out across the 30, taken down there Logan Smith
18, Ethan Darter's pass complete to
and
number
Gabe
4,
Callery
Johnny
in
Williams.
on the tackle. It's going to be a pickup of about 9 yards out to the 31, brings up 3rd and 1.
Darter, big 6'6", 230 quarterback, got a little mobility, but really throws a good football. It's going to be a problem for this Saints defense.
They split 2 receivers to the right. Darter takes. They're going to give it. Right up the middle. It's going to be first down and more. Out across the 45 to the 50. 45 finally ridden down at the 30.
Number 1, Charles
Huge run there from Salary, taken down by Trevon Claiborne. But it's a huge gain and a big first down for the Knights.
That time they pinched the line of scrimmage, our defense a little bit too much, and Salary's a little guy. He got through there, and Claiborne saved a touchdown.
Darter with 2 receivers right. He's going to go that way, throwing. It's going to be caught. Nope, dropped. Good coverage there by Trey Claiborne.
Yeah, nice play there. Recover on that ball. A little out pattern. Armstrong, the receiver out there, had it for a minute.
He's the transfer. Armstrong, the transfer from Appalachian State, the North Carolina native, 6'2", 195 receiver.
Great receiving core here. Number 4, Johnny Williams, really their best receiver, coming off a career performance last week.
2 receivers right, 1 left for Darter. They're going to give it. Callery trying to run to the outside. He'll pick up a couple, but taken down there by Wyatt Gardaki from that end spot. Pick up 5 to the 25. It'll bring up 3rd and 5.
Yeah, this will be the biggest test, I think, all season for our front 7, which is the strength of our team, but they're not overly large, and this Marian offensive line, they got some mashers up front.
Darter, 2 receivers right, 1 left. Salary in the backfield. They'll check, and Darter will make a call at the line. Back in the shotgun, Salary to his left. Darter takes. Fake it to Salary. It's a quick throw. Upended at the 20. It's going to be caught. Good for a Knights first down.
Darter's pass complete to number 86, Brandon Dillon. Stop made by 7, Trenton Morrow.
Trenton Morrow came in and absolutely upended the receiver.
First down.
Yeah, great hit there, but he just got enough for first down. Just quick, short little passing game has been pretty effective so far for the Knights.
Darter once again in the more of a pistol look here. Salary to his back. Darter takes. They're going to give it to him up the middle with some room inside the 15 to the 14. It's going to be a pickup of 6, brings up 2nd and 4.
Chris, we're seeing why this Marian offense is so effective, so methodical. They can run the football, they can pass, they can do just about everything. Very well coached, and our defense is getting tested right out of the gate.
Dalton Butland, their shortest center their shortest offensive lineman at center at 6'2". Dalton takes, looking, throws. It's going to be dropped once again. Good coverage there from Trey Claiborne.
Beautiful, beautiful coverage. Textbook right there. Quick little slant pattern that Claiborne reacted to and broke it up. Big play.
Big play here on 3rd down here for the Saints. They need to stop. It's 3rd and 4. The Knights are at the Saint 14. Darter takes the snap. He wasn't ready. They're going to blow the play dead. And good play there from Trenton Morrow. Well, you see that in basketball a lot. You don't want the ball to go in when the whistle blows, so you just make sure you get him out.
Get him out, yep.
The whistle blew. Looks like this is going to be
a
false start here on this offense.
Well, I think somebody on our side might have jumped. So we're going to see here.
It looked like there was some movement on the right side of the line. Tyler Lott's the right tackle.
False start.
Okay, good call. We'll take that.
5 yards. Still 3rd down.
So it will be false start on the offense.
It'll bring up 3rd and 9.
So now 3rd and 9 now. You back them up
Get behind this defense.
to the 19-yard line.
Big play right here, Chris.
The Saints faithful getting loud. Darter with 2 receivers right. 1 left, the big tight end, Brandon Dillon on the left side of the formation. Darter with Salary to his right. In the shotgun. Takes. Looking right. Throwing. He's got a man. It dropped.
Darter's pass.
Little low and outside.
Incomplete.
McKelty Armstrong couldn't come up with it. Once again, Trey Claiborne in coverage.
Yeah, good ball, just a little bit low, and Armstrong just couldn't come up with it. But, yeah, so far Claiborne has really rose to the challenge on coverage, and we'll see if Marian gets a field goal here. Plesac, very good kicker on the year. I believe he's 9 out of 11. Was hitting from 50 yards in pregame.
Snap's good, holds good, kick is up. And it looked good. It was. Snuck it inside the right upright. So with 11:36 to go, the Saints hold tight. Only allowing 3. The Knights up 3-0. We'll step aside, take a break. You're listening to Siena Heights Saints football on WLEN 96.5 and on WLEN.com. Welcome back. Saints now trail at 3-0 on a Plesac field goal. Puts the Knights up 3-0. But as we were just talking to Rick, that's a win for this Saints D.
Especially in the first drive. You know, they want to establish some points and get a touchdown, and Siena's defense stepped up and rose to the challenge.
So big kick here as this one goes through the end zone. The Saints will take over at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, here's the real challenge for our offense now. You know, we're facing a defense who's just as good or better than ours. Can we move the football? Can we keep our defense off the field for a decent amount of time to keep them fresh?
Christopher Oakley, 6'4", 270 at Indianapolis. He's one of their interior defensive linemen. Watch out for him. Big fella that can move quick. So now Tyler Necht and company out. He's got 2 receivers right, 1 left. They send Damon Wright in motion. Necht takes. They're going to give it. That's Davis. Out to the 29-yard line. That's a good for 4. Brings up 2nd and 6.
Yeah, Davis is going to be a good back against this Marian defense. Marian likes to over-pursue, and Davis likes to cut and read the defense. He's a very patient runner. And right there got a nice gain on first down.
Will Walker out there for this Saints offense. Ball's at the near hash. 2 receivers left. None right. They send Damon Wright in motion. They're going to fake it to him.
Face mask.
And they're going to give it to Davis, who wants the face mask call. No flags on the play. He turned his head around.
Yeah, it sure looked like the side judge missed a face mask there. He got kind of yanked as he was going forward. Officials didn't see it.
It's a gain of 0 on the play, so it brings up 3rd and 6 from the 29. Will Walker goes in motion. Necht takes. They're going to give it. Nope, he's going to keep it. Roll right. Looking, throwing. It's going to be tipped and then incomplete. Over the head, and Will Walker almost came down with it, but couldn't quite get his head around in time to see the ball falls incomplete. 4th down.
Very lucky it wasn't picked off. Delivered that a little too late. Walker that time tried to haul it in, but just couldn't. Looks like number 6, the defensive end, Mac Dutra over there, who's one of their outstanding defenders for Marian.
Cale Meister in to boot it away. Snaps away, kicks away. It's a high kick, not very long. It's going to take a Saint bounce, though, to the 31 and fall out of bounds there, so that's where the Knights will take over.
Yeah, Chris, you know, our first offensive drive there, we were pretty predictable. I think if we're going to move the ball on Marian's defense, we're probably going to have to pass when we're supposed to run and run when we're supposed to pass. That's really, you keep this defense off stride. we didn't only have the football a little over a minute and a half, and that's not going to get it done against the Marian offense. So if you give them multiple possessions, they're going to score, and they're going to score a lot.
10-10 to go here in the opening quarter. Saints trail at 3-0. Here's a give to Saller, and the outside flag comes in. He'll pick up 3 on the play out to the 34-yard line. There is a flag. Looks like this is going to come back for a hold.
It certainly looks like it's a hold.
Looks like it's going to be on Jaron Bush. Could be Lee Burks, who's moved over to the right tackle spot on that play. Normally they're backup left guard. Let's get the call.
Personal foul. Chop block. Offense, number 78 and number 66. 15 yards from the previous spot.
So they'll get Jaron Bush and Lee Burks on the chop.
Yeah, that's when somebody's already engaged in a block and comes in low on a defender, which is something they're really trying to eliminate from the game.
It's a dangerous play.
Very dangerous.
So now you back it up. The ball will be spotted at the 16-yard line.
Here's where Saints need a turnover here.
A 1st and 25. The Knights need the 41. Darter takes. Looking down the middle, he's going to throw right. That's his big tight end. It's going to be caught. Gang tackled out of bounds by Nick Stallworth and Marquis Goodman. They'll pick up a couple out to the 25, bring up 2nd down at about 16.
Yeah, physically imposing tight end, the number 86, Dylan. Big boy and has a good pair of hands. Pulled in a nice catch there.
6'5", 250. So there's an injured Marian player down.
Say thank you to our ticket sponsor, McDonald's. Don't forget to check out the back of your ticket for
It's
a
like
coupon today.
maybe the right guard, Andrew Wood.
For once again supplying their delicious wings for all the press box
66, let's see.
Looks like that's Lee Burks.
Lee Burks, the left guard.
Delicious wings and to continue your football Saturday.
Looks like he's pointing to his
Did you know that
left
Siena Heights
knee.
is one of the top online bachelor's degree programs
You don't
in
like
the
to see
nation?
that.
Siena Heights is currently enrolling for winter online graduate and undergraduate classes.
Yeah, at 6'4", 335, you know, Burks, it's a lot of weight to put on somebody that's got a gimpy leg. So hopefully he's okay, but doesn't look too good.
Today's game is being broadcast live.
Well, so far today, it looks like the plan for Marian, at least early on here, has been just try to hit these quick little passes onto the outside, get something going, maybe try to bring that secondary down low, and maybe try to hit something over the top. But the Saints have stayed pretty true so far on defense.
Yeah, I think, you know, Siena defense obviously is not going to give up big plays, so they're probably going to give them a little more cushion. Marian's taking advantage of that. And, you know, that quarterback, Darter, I saw him 2 years ago when he came in here as a redshirt freshman, and it was impressive then, and 2 years later, he looks just as good. So he just got such a balanced team. That's why they're so hard to stop.
$1 each, 3 for $2, 10 tickets for $5, 20 for $10, and an arm length.
But one thing I like about this Saints defense is they're not afraid of anybody. I mean, they've showed it, obviously, throughout the season, whether it's, you know, maybe a team who's a little subpar, or against St. Francis or here early on against Marian. They're not afraid to play you straight up.
No, and they'll play straight up, but, you know, Marian got a ton of talent, and as Coach Cohn said, you know, in the pregame, we got to keep the ball away from that offense. You know, the best defense is us having the football and really limiting the amount of possessions they get, because no matter how good our defense is, if they're on the field 2/3 of the game, they're not going to hold up against this kind of talent.
So that last play was a pickup of 10. Move the ball out to the 25. Bring up 2nd and 15. Check that, 2nd and 16. Dart in their shotgun takes. Looking to throw. Throwing. What a pass. Out across the 40, out across the 45. Nope, stop right at the 45. Jordan Clark on the reception. And it's going to be down there. That's a big gain for 1st down for the Knights.
Yeah, I think Siena is not going to be able to generate much pressure without blitzing against this offensive line, who's only allowed 7 sacks the entire season.
They stack 2 receivers to the right. Darter's going to throw it. It's another quick hitter. It's going to be caught. Inside Saint territory to the 43-yard line. That's good for another Knights first down.
Yeah, the talent's on display here, Chris. They can do whatever they want out there and do it very successfully with superior talent, and Siena's going to have to make a play here soon.
Saints trail at 3-0, 8:35 to go in the first quarter. The Knights inside Saint territory. Darter takes, gives, it's Salary.
Number 1, Charles Salary, the ball carrier.
He'll get to the 39, stop there. Gain of 5, gain of 4, brings up 2nd and 6.
Yeah, so far Marian's offensive line is really controlling the line of scrimmage. They're getting pushed up the middle, and pass protection, Darter really hasn't been touched yet.
Darter 2 receivers, right, 1 left. Tries the hard count, then takes the snap. Give it to Salary up the middle with a hole. Churning the legs out to the 30, to the 29, taken down there. Whole host of Saints. Marquis Goodman in on the tackle, as was E.J. Shaw.
Yeah, that's where you're seeing Salary, such a 5'7", 185 low to the ground. That time took 2 or 3 tacklers, an extra 3 or 4 yards.
7:35 to go. Saints trail at 3-0. Knights 2 receivers, right, 1 left. Darter takes, gives it to Salary out across the left side with some space. Get tackled short of the first down to the 21. And now we've got an injured Saint. And that looks like Trenton Morrow. And
it doesn't look
good.
Holding his leg.
And almost immediately, a couple of the Marian players were calling the Saints training staff over. So while they tend to, Trenton Morrow will step aside and take a break. Saints are down 3-0, 7:17 to go in the first. You're listening to Siena Heights Saints football on WLEN 96.5 and on WLEN.com. All right, welcome back. Trenton Morrow is making his way towards the sideline. He's not putting any weight on his right leg.
Yeah, it's a big loss for the Saints. He's our second leading tackler and definitely one of the quarterbacks of the secondary. So doesn't look good for Trenton. Hopefully it's just a sprain or something that can heal relatively quickly.
Now being aided by a couple of his players.
2nd down and 2 coming up for the Knights.
It brings up 2nd and 2 now here for Marian as Darter takes, looking, going to the end zone. It's going to be caught. Touchdown. Johnny William was pretty open, just on a little in route from that slot spot, and gives the Knights 6 points.
Pretty easy pitch and catch there, right? And I go back to the offensive line. No pressure at all from that Saints front line, and he had all day back there. And when he has that kind of time with that kind of talent, it's gonna add up to a touchdown.
Extra point attempt is up and good. So with 7:03, Marian now leads the Saints 10-0. We'll take a break. You're listening to Siena Heights Saints football on WLEN 96.5 and on WLEN.com. 10-0 on that Johnny William touchdown from Ethan Darter.
Kick it away for the Knights.
See the retaping Marl's ankle down there on the sideline. I don't know if he'll be back. He looked, when you can't put any pressure on, I don't know how you can come back into a game, especially playing safety where you have to do a lot of lateral movement.
Yep. Kicks away. This one's going to sail once again through the back of the end zone.
Into the end zone for a touchback.
They'll spot the ball at the 25. So now this Saints offense back out on the field. What's the adjustment here from that first series?
Well, I think, you know, you gotta keep Marian's defense guessing. You got to pass on rundowns and running on pass downs. You know, that's how you're going to have to keep them off balance. You're down 10-0, and if the offense doesn't get something going here soon, it could be a long day for Siena Heights.
So neck with Damon Wright to his right. Check that. That's Deontay Rush. They send Damon Wright to the right side of the formation. Neck takes. They're going to give it. That's Darius Davis running for a yard. He stopped there. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Yeah, we're going to have to – can't be anything conservative in our play calling today, Chris, because we just don't have the margin for error to get in predictable run and pass plays on this Marian defense. Just too physically imposing.
Trenton Morrow is down on the sideline. Looks like he's going to give it a go. He's running on that right ankle again, so we'll see if he is able to come back as neck takes. He's going to throw it. It's going to be behind Damon Wright, and it's going to be caught.
Wow.
What a catch by Damon Wright. It was thrown behind him. He was able to turn around and get that left hand on it. So he'll pick up about 7.
Bring up 3rd down and 3.
That was a circus catch there by Wright.
They need 3 yards for the first down. They've got Rush split out wide right, Damon Wright in the slot, and Adam Glanders to the left side. That's the near side of the field. Saints need to go. Play clock's at 5. Got to get the ball off, and they're not going to be able to. Having a hard time getting the play from the sideline.
Siena, they're first in the half.
And it's just a miscommunication.
Yeah, we
getting the play in.
Look a little confused there on that 3rd down call, 3rd and 3. You know, you're kind of in that, want to run it, especially with somebody like Davis in there, but they must have had a change of plan and just couldn't get that play in on time. We just look a little out of sorts here, Chris. I'm not going to lie. We need to kind of get with it here quickly because Marian's not going to give us any breathing room, and be nice to get a first down here at least to work the clock a bit and get a little confidence on offense because, again, our defense has already been tested twice, and we get the ball back to them again, you know, we're really putting them in a big hole.
So Darius will stay out at running back. Saints moving right to left. Ball spotted at the 32-yard line. They send Wright in motion. Neck takes. He's going to throw it.
Got him.
He's got a man. That's Damon Wright.
Go.
Out across the 40, 45. Driven out of bounds, shy of the 50. They'll spot it.
Yeah, great play call there. Wright was out there on the flat all by himself, and actually if Neck would have delivered that ball maybe a couple seconds early, it might have went for even bigger yardage.
They'll spot it at the 40. That's good for a Saints first down. The Saints want to go. Marian's showing a blitz. They come. Neck throws. That's Deontay Rush. He'll pick up about a half yard. Brings up 2nd down and a long 9.
Yeah, Marian brings a lot of pressure. They average over 4.5 sacks a game, and Neck is fully aware of that. He had to get rid of that ball quickly because they were coming.
Neck takes. He's going to fake it to Davis. Throwing. It's Will Walker out across midfield to the 45-40. That's another Saints first down. Out to the 39-yard line. Saints inside Marian territory.
Yeah, that play action there really has been a good thing here so far early. Davis looked like he had that football, and Neck did a good job on the fake. And big Will Walker, I'll tell you, gets out there in space, and good luck trying to bring him down.
He shed one tackle. This ball spotted at the 39-yard line. They stack two receivers right. Neck takes. Looking. He's going to bail. He'll pick up about 2 yards on the scramble. Brings up 2nd and 8, but good awareness there from Tyler, who didn't see anything down the field. The pocket was closing, and he tried to get as much as he could.
Very good decision that time because, yeah, the pocket was closing fast, and he recognized he had to get out there, and even a yard gain was a good decision for the redshirt freshman.
So they'll say it's 2nd and 9. They'll send two receivers right, one left. That's Adam Glanders. Once again, the Saints looking like they're a little confused in the formation here as they give it to Davis. Bounces it out left with a little bit of room. Out to the 31-yard line. Good pickup there from 25. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Yeah, vintage Davis run right there. Bounced it up the middle, couldn't find anything, and broke it to the outside and picked up a nice gain here to make it 3rd and short.
The way that he cuts and then cuts it upfield is unbelievable.
For the Saints.
Well, we're going to need him having a big day today if we can stay in this game. So far, so good. He's looking pretty good.
A big 3rd down here. The Saints need 2 yards. They send Damon Wright in motion. They're going to give it to Davis again, who powers forward for 3. That's good for a Saints first down.
Nice job up front there by that offensive line. Big old Ryan Carlson, 6'7", 300 and whatever. Pile driving his defender to get that first down.
How's 6'7", 330 sound?
Yeah, you know, they probably rounded down. I'm guessing he's a little bigger even than that.
He looks bigger than that.
Well, good drive here for the Saints, exactly what they needed at this point in the game.
Just over 2 to go in the first. Saints down 10-0. They're going to give it to Tim Brown on a sweep. Trying to get back to the line of scrimmage. He does. He picks up a couple. Looks like they'll spot it at the 26-yard line. It's a gain of 2.
Hey, good job by Brown there. He kept driving forward. Looked like he might get stopped for a loss, but was able to pick up a couple. Like I said, it's good. We're kind of keeping that defense of Marian on their toes with a bunch of run and pass options, and that time a little bit of a jet sweep there for Siena.
And trying to get the ball to the outside. There's something there that the Saints like. 2 receivers left. They send Glanders in motion from right to left. Takes.
Here they come.
Necked. Looking. He's going to get pressure. He's going to get sacked. Back at the 30. It's a loss of about 4. Brings up 3rd and 12.
Yeah, Marian bringing the pressure that time, and you know, second and long. That's a predictable pass play, and you know they're gonna dial up the blitz here sooner or later. And that time, Neck just couldn't get away. Here's where maybe you try to go take a quick shot at with Glanders, I think, on the outside. Let him use his athletic ability.
Well, they're going to shade a safety up over top of Glanders and Tim Brown on the left side of the formation. Neck takes, looking left, throwing, and it's going to be picked off. Wow. And that's not something you can do. And Wilson just came over from that safety spot, Darrell Wilson, and made the pick, and it didn't look like Neck saw him at all.
No, Wilson that time just was sitting back in coverage, and Neck really didn't look off that throw at all, and Wilson, pretty easy pick, and stops the Siena drive in its tracks. So our defense, again, is back on the field. We did move a little bit that time, but we can't make those kind of mistakes in a game like this.
So now the ball will be spotted at the 24-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for Marian from there. Darter takes. They're going to fake it and throw it. It's going to be caught. That's good for a first down on a gain of,
number 4, Johnny Williams.
looks like they'll give him 11.
Chris, that was a big-time pass and throw there. That was almost like a pro style. He was throwing that ball to a spot. He wasn't throwing it to the receiver, and the receiver ran the exact route he needed to catch that pass.
It was almost like a little back shoulder fade, but it was thrown low intentionally because that's the only place his receiver was going to get it. If he wasn't going to catch it, it was going to go incomplete.
Yeah, great job there, and you can tell Marian is playing at a very high level.
Early on the field is the progress spot, is the 34. That's a first down.
So they'll spot it at the 34. So it was a gain of 10, which is still good for a first down. It looked like he even got a couple more, but regardless, there'll be a fresh set of downs for Marian, and it looks like they're going to be content with just letting this clock run down and let the first quarter end. And that is what they'll do. So at the end of the first,
that'll be the end of the first quarter of play.
Saints can't cash in on a nice drive. Marian's got the ball at their own 34-yard line. We'll come back for second quarter action. You're listening to Siena Heights Saints football on WLEN 96.5 and on WLEN.com. Start of the second quarter. And that interception there isn't necessarily a killer because you're looking at 3rd and 10. They get the ball at about the 22-yard line or so, 23-yard line. And so essentially it's, it could be a bad punt. But if you pick up 6 yards or so, you're looking at a field goal attempt.
Yeah, and actually I wouldn't be surprised if they went for it on 4th down. Mm-hmm. They would have had a chance to do that as well. So, again, Marian came out, and they're ranked number 2 in the country for a reason, and in that first quarter they certainly showed it.
Here's just a little pass out to the flat. Well read there from the Saints. Good play there from Santango Reynolds.
Yeah, that time William tried to get a little bit on the outside there as a receiver, but Siena had that well defensed. Our defense will play him tough. There's certainly for sure, but again, we got to get some things going on offense. That's our best hope right now.
So it's a loss of 1, brings up 2nd and 11. Darter takes, looking, just a little dump off to his back.
Nothing.
Nick Stallworth there to make the play. Looked like that was Tristan Tante on the catch. Nope, they'll say that was Wesley Cook. Either way, it'll be 3rd and 10 on the gain of 1.
Stallworth out there, one-on-one tackle. Excellent job in forcing the 3rd and long. So we'll see. We can get a little pass rush here. That'd be nice.
Saints want to bring pressure. Cole Merlin was coming off the edge. Saints with 3 down defensive linemen. Showing pressure. They come with 4. Hit as he's thrown. Good play there. In coverage from E.J. Shaw. Boy, you don't see that very often where a linebacker can match up against a receiver like that, but it was a big play. Oh, check that, Marquis Goodman.
Yeah, Goodman filling in Jeremiah Davis, who has to sit out the first half after targeting last week. So that time Goodman held up well, and again, great job getting this Marian offense off the field.
Good punt, high kick. It's going to be fair caught at the 27-yard line, 28-yard line. That's where the Saints offense will take over.
Yard line of the Saints. 1st and 10, Siena Heights.
Darius Davis with just 14 yards on the day. Damon Wright with 22 yards on 2 catches. And Tyler Necht is 4 for 6 for 35 and the 1 pick. So not the numbers that you want to see. They certainly won't jump out at you, but they've got a chance to add to those totals here.
Key drive right here. We did get some movement last time, and we just got to finish it this time.
2 receivers left, 1 right. Necht with Jordan in the backfield. Necht takes, check that's Davis. They're going to fake it to him and then throw incomplete. Damon Wright was the intended receiver, just threw it behind him. He had some space there, but it looked like Wright maybe turned right when he should have turned left.
Yeah, a little confusion on the route there, and he was out there open, and Necht just couldn't get it to him in time, and we're faced 2nd and long, so we'll see what we can dial up here. But, you know, Marian, you look at their defense, and almost everybody on their field looks taller than us. Just big and physically imposing.
I like the decision, though, to throw there on 1st down. Damon Wright comes in motion. They're going to throw it to him just on the little route from the backfield. Ooh. He's going to get tackled. Once again, it looked like another face mask, but no flag.
More like hogtied.
He was thrown like a rag doll.
Yeah, Wilson, that safety, he is a big, rangy guy. He looks like an NFL player out there, Chris.
6'3", 205 out of Warrenville, Illinois.
Yeah, he looks every bit of 6'3", 205.
Very physical from that safety spot. So now Saints looking at 3rd and 14, and that's not where you want to be.
Yeah, Marian's making some adjustments for those short little out patterns, so we may have to go down the field to move the ball here on the Knights.
Adam Glanders with some one-on-one coverage. They're going to throw it up top. That's Deontay Rush. It's going to be caught out across midfield. Good play there from 4 to go up and get it over T.J. Comer. What a toss there from Necht.
Yeah, he just floated it up, and actually that was Rush's ball. He went up and got it. He pretty much battled the cornerback on that play, and huge play, and we keep that drive going.
12:20 to go. They're going to give it. That's Davis powering forward for 3. Inside Knights territory to the 47.
And Necht really throws that down the field ball pretty nice. He floats it up. He throws about as catchable a ball as you can throw, and that previous play, great job by Rush to keep a drive alive.
So Saints will try to get a call. They're trailing 10-0 with 11:50 to go in the half. They send Wright in motion from left to right. They're going to give it. Nope, it's going to be a keeper, and then Necht was interfered with there as his arm was hit. Pass was going for Damon Wright. Falls incomplete.
You know, Necht was looking to the sideline, but if you look down the field, Adam Glanders was breaking right down the middle, wide open, if you would have saw that.
Well, he was getting pressured once again.
Yeah, you're not going to have much time. You know, we're not going to have much time to do the drop back. We're really going to have to do some quick passing against this really aggressive Knight defense.
They send Damon Wright in motion once again. Necht takes. They're going to give it to Davis, who hurls a man, spinning for a 1st down to the 36-yard line. What a play by 25.
Talk about leaping ability. Holy cow, he literally leaped right over that linebacker.
Wow.
That was a big-time play right there, Chris. I don't think I've seen too many backs do that.
Saints to the line quick. They want to go. Wright goes in motion from right to left. Necht takes. Give it to him again. Still churning.
Davis again on the carry for the Saints.
He'll pick up 2 to the 34. Wow.
Well, if that isn't a statement from the seniors saying, hey, stop being intimidated, let's play some football, I don't know what is. That was a huge play. One of the better runs you're ever going to see on any level of football.
It looked like that was Nakai Posey was the player that he hurdled at 6'1". Neck takes. Fake it to Jordan. Neck's going to roll. He's got a man that's Will Walker. Sidestepping a tackle, still on his feet. He'll pick up a couple more out to the 31-yard line.
Yeah, Marian needs some reinforcements. Bring down Mr. Walker. They had at least 3 or 4 guys over there trying to bring him down.
Yeah, if you think you're going to arm tackle Will Walker, you're crazy.
Yeah.
6 foot 260. He just ain't going down that easy.
Yeah, I'm not tackling him, period. I don't want any piece of that.
Stay away. All right, big third down here for the Saints. They need 5. The ball's at the 31. Neck takes. Fake it to Jordan. He's going to roll. Got to throw it. He does. Nobody's home. Almost intercepted there, but falls incomplete, brings up 4th down. Now, here's the situation we were just talking about where they got picked last time. What do you do? It looks like they're going to keep the offense on the field.
Yeah, I'm going for it here, and, why not take a shot downfield? Marian's obviously going to be bringing the pressure, but, you might have some one-on-one coverage. You might get lucky. You got Mr. Rush on the outside, who's our fastest receiver.
So the ball spotted at the far hash. That's Adam Glanders over there in one-on-one coverage. Next, going to throw, stepping up, throwing. He's got a man. That's Damon Wright. Inside the 20 to the 18. First down, Saints.
Nice route there by Wright. Crossing pattern, and Tyler hung in there. I'll give him credit. He hung in that pocket because he could feel the pressure coming and delivered a nice, beautiful pass for a key first down.
And just like Darter threw last time to a spot, Neck did the same thing this time. Wright went and got it. Big first down for the Saints, who are now inside the 20. 9:22 to go. Saints trail it by 10. Neck with 2 receivers left. They send Wright in motion. He's going to go to the end zone. Wants Deontay Rush, and it's going to be caught. Touchdown, Saints. What a play. That's what the doctor ordered.
Great job there by Rush, pulling that in before he got to the out-of-bounds line. Just an out route, and Rush beat his guy. Neck delivered a beautiful floater, and we got a touchdown on one of the top defenses in the country.
36, Brady Tangley on to attempt the extra.
He was once again covered by T.J. Comer, they're almost exactly the same. It looks like Rush has got an inch on him, but he went up and climbed the ladder, hauled it down for 6. Tanguay's kick is up and good.
And the extra point is up and good with 9:10 remaining.
9:10 to go. The Saints get themselves some points for the first time today. They trail it 10-7. We'll take a break. You're listening to Siena Heights Saints football on 103.9 WLEN 96.5 and on WLEN.com. All right, welcome back. Saints get on the board from the touchdown from Neck to Rush. They trail it by 3, but that drive had everything. It had Darius Davis jumping to the moon. It had Necht throwing and completing on 4th down, and then Necht completing for a touchdown to Rush. That was a huge drive.
Yeah, it was kind of a statement drive. It really was kind of like, well, we're not going to be intimidated by this team. They came out and punched Siena right in the nose to start this game, and that was a group of seniors there saying, no, we're not going to roll over and let this team take control of this football game. And right there, you saw a great response from our senior leaders.
It kicks away. It's a good one. Going to be fielded inside the end zone. It's going to come out. Out across the 10 to the 15, and then taken down short of the 20 at the 19. Good coverage there on special teams.
Mr. Merlin again on the tackle. He's becoming a special teams fiend for Siena Heights.
47, Cole Merlin, and 21.
Now, we called him the Wizard, which I think is an apt description. I don't know how he's around the ball every play on special teams. He's magical.
He is. Well, it's that and a little athletic ability, a little hustle. And,
well, okay, fine.
You know.
But, man.
It's a pretty good potion for success.
Exactly. Good player. All right, the Saints defense back out on the field. Ball at the 18-yard line.
Mr. Morrow's back out there for the Saints as well on that gimpy angle.
Good to see he's out there to compete. Ball's batted down. What a play there by Griffin Sobel. They had a man wide open. Greg Miller was open.
Well, the momentum's clearly shifting in this game, and the Saints now have got that burst of confidence that they needed and starting to realize that, you know, we can play a little football too. So right now we're in pretty good shape, Chris. Just need to get another stop.
Darter tries the hard count, then he takes the snap. Looking, throwing it over the middle. It's going to be incomplete. Boy, you know, you just mentioned Trenton Morrow out there. And he just doesn't have quite a burst because that ball was thrown on a line, but it was kind of up for grabs. And if he was able to get over there in time, he might have had a chance at it. He just doesn't have that get up.
Yeah, he's gutting it out there, but, you know, at some point that ankle's going to keep tightening up and he may not be able to continue. But I'll give him all kinds of credit. He wants to be out there.
3rd and 10. Darter takes. Saints trying to come with some pressure. It's thrown over the middle and incomplete. Oh, boy, oh, boy. It looked like it was almost caught.
And that time Morrow was late, and he's really gimpy.
Yeah,
I don't think he's going to be able to go.
Gabe Callery was in coverage and did just enough to jar that ball loose. But, yeah, Trent Morrow is, boy, that's a gutty play from a guy who just doesn't quite have it all. But you see his teammates going over and talking to him, and they see what he's doing. Punts away. It's going to be fielded at the 43-yard line and then really snowed over real quick. They'll spot it at the 42. So that's where the Saints will take over, but great starting field position here for this Saints offense.
Yeah, our defense that time held up in pass coverage, and Marian curious, you know, they got quite a running game and went away from that last series, and Siena's got the football back, and maybe they can turn the tables on this Marian defense here and do a little ball control. We're holding up pretty good. Instead, our offense is starting to hit its stride, made some adjustments, and we'll see if we can get it going again.
2 receivers right, 1 left for Necht. They send Damon Wright in motion. They're going to give it to Darius. Out across the 45-50 with some room to the 45, taken out of bounds at the 44-yard line. Oh, man.
Well, Davis is playing his best football against the best, and that time bounced it out again and got a big gain and a key first down. Really got it going.
So first down now inside the 45 at the 44. The Saints are in Knights territory. Once again, sending Wright in motion. Why not give it to him again? Out across the 40, hurdling again to the 36-yard line.
25, Darius Davis on the carry.
Yeah, Davis going airborne again on that play, and be careful because he got up in the air, and Nakai Poyser, the linebacker, hit him as he was in midair. But great run by Davis, and again, you can see him really starting to step it up here.
That's a huge gain of 7 on first down, brings up 2nd and 3. Neck sends right. Ball's on the ground. Neck takes. He's going to run it with some room, and the first down to the 30. Checked at the 29-yard line. Broken play.
Just as they drew that up, Chris.
When life gives you lemons, you make lemonade.
Ball just went right on the ground. He picked it up and just scooted for a nice 5-6 yard gain and a first down. Give that offensive line a lot of credit.
They're
starting to move some bodies up front for Marian.
7:11 to go in the first half. Saints trail at 10-7. Neck sends right in motion, left to right. Neck takes, give it to Jordan with some room. Spinning to the 20. They'll spot him at the 21. That looks like he's a yard short, but that's a gain of 9 on first down.
Yeah, Mr. Jordan, welcome to the game. Giving Davis a little bit of a much-needed break there, and just power football right up the middle.
Abe Wildermuth, Jack Scassaway on the right side, and Stanley Fink at that center spot. They're getting a lot of push now.
Chris, I might go back to the play that got him the touchdown, Mr. Rush. 2nd and short, you got a chance here.
They're coming with some pressure. They're going to give it to Jared, who's going to lose about 1.5 yards back to the 21.5-yard line. So now that brings up 3rd and about 3. Boy, and I know it's not a huge loss, but when you're going backwards against a team like this, now you're in short field. Things tend to tighten up when you're down there.
Yeah, it's interesting play call here because, you don't want to pass if you don't have to, but you're almost in a no man's land.
Knights were bringing a blitz. Once again, Neck's going to throw it. He's got Jordan. It's going to be, check that, that's David Wright into the 10, the 5. Pushed out of bounds, short of the goal line. Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
What a pass from Tyler Necht, who just tossed it over a couple of linebackers. The Saints are inside the 5, 1st and goal from the 3.
That was all set up by the play action that time to Jordan, and little wheel route there for Wright. Perfect timing, and he almost had a shot to get in the end zone there.
Neck, 2 receivers left. They're going to get a call at the line. Play clock at 8. Got to go. Got to snap the ball at 3. Neck takes. Broken play.
Yeah, we get
Neck. Jared Jordan was to Neck's right. Neck was going to hand the ball off to him, and he went left.
Yeah, miscommunication that time. We need to be better with the football down here. No margin for error when you're inside the 5, so hopefully we can get things going here and get this ball in the end zone.
And good news is Neck able to pick up a yard to the 2, so that brings up 2nd and goal from there. Glander's out right. Right out left. Neck takes. Give it to Jordan into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints! Oh, my goodness, what a play from that offensive line to open the hole up for number 3 out left.
Mr. Jordan, our touchdown specialist, number 12 on the season. That time took it right between the center and the guard and just dove into the end zone for the touchdown.
Hey, Saints have got themselves a little lead against the number 2 team in the country.
Hey, after that start, you wondered if Saints were going to be able to stick with them, and I think we got our answer.
Brady Tangway on to attempt the extra point. Snaps away, kicks up, look good, and it is. So with 4:22 to go in the first half, the Saints now up 14-10. They've scored 14 unanswered points. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to Siena Heights Saints football on WLEN 96.5 and on WLEN.com. All right, welcome back. Jared Jordan goes in from 2 yards out, gives the Saints a 14-10 lead with 4:22 to go in the first half.
Well, our offense definitely has figured it out a little bit, made some adjustments after the first couple drives, and has done exactly what we hoped they would do, keep our defense off the field for large chunks of time. So we're in pretty good shape right now. We just need to kind of keep it going.
Brock Quinlan on to boot it away. Kicks away. Going to be a little short. Fielded at the 10. Coming back the other way. Trying to find some space. Not a whole lot. But he will get out to the 28-yard line, and that's where the Knights will take over.
47,
Cole Merlin in on the tackle once again.
Well, it's a big drive here with 4:16 left before halftime. You know, our defense has done a really good job of holding Marian's offense in check, but I would be surprised if they wouldn't go back to Mr. Salary in the run game here after struggling the last couple series through the air.
He's in the backfield now for the Knights. Darter with 2 receivers right. They send his slot man in motion. They're going to give it to Salary, who's hit immediately. Griffin Sobel.
Yeah, I think Siena was thinking the same thing, that they're going to go back to the running back, the all-conference running back Salary, and that time Mr. Sobel was ready for him. Great job, and stopped him for no gain.
Brings up 2nd and 10 now from the 28. Darter with Salary. 2 receivers left, 1 right, 2 right. Takes, looking, throwing. It's going to be, nearly intercepted. Nearly intercepted by Trey Claiborne, who read it perfectly. It was a long throw from the left side of the field all the way to the right. And even with Darter's arm, it took a little bit of time to get there, and number 2 read it and almost picked it off and almost took it to the house.
Yeah, he'll be having nightmares about that one, because that was a pick 6 right there waiting for him. But great job at just making that play.
3rd and 10 now for the Saints defense. The Knights are going to have to check at the line. Darter makes the call. Play clock at 5. Takes. It's a screen to Salary, weaving his way to the 45, down at the 47-yard line. Wow, that's good for a Knights first down. What a play.
Yeah, well-designed play. They knew we were coming with the blitz, and did the job to get a key first down and keep this drive going.
Knights are going right to the line, trying to move quickly here. It's a give to Salary out right with a head of steam inside Saint territory to the 45. It's a pickup of about 9.
23, Daquan Butler with the stop. Gain of 8 brings up 2nd down and 2.
We'll say gain of 8, so bring up 2nd and 2. Darter takes, gives to Salary with some room. Up the middle.
Charles Salary again, the ball carrier for the Knights.
Pick up about 6. That's good for a Knights first down.
Yeah, Salary just too good of a back to go away from him for too long. And Darter's looked a little tentative throwing the football. Having that running game to complement your passing game just makes that Marian offense so dangerous.
5'7", 185 is Charles Salary, but he runs much heavier than that. They're going to give it to him again, running right, weaving his way inside the 35 to the 33. It's a pickup of about 7. Bring up 2nd and 3.
97, Andrew Loria. And 55, Wyatt Gardaki on the stop. 2nd down and 3.
Wyatt Gardakian on the stop for the Saints. Darter, 2 receivers left. But give it to Salary again with a head of steam. Out across the 25, spinning at the 20, at the 10, the 5. Taken down by Trey Claiborne at the 2.
Yeah, now you're seeing why he averages over 7 yards a carry, Chris. That time just keeps going, and that low center of gravity just really tough to bring down. You got to get him low, or you're not going to get him.
1:30 to go in the first half. Saints up 14-10.
Wildcat.
Yep, it's the Wildcat with salary. He takes, and he's going to really go untouched into the end zone for a Knights touchdown.
Takes it 3 yards for a Marian touchdown.
Do have a flag out there, maybe a little bit of taunting or something. Unsportsmanlike probably, Chris.
Look like it may go against the Saints.
19, Matt Plesac on to
I'll have to get the call.
It was thrown late. It was thrown after the
It was
play.
thrown late, which is
That's what I thought.
I saw a couple of Marian players acting like they were going to decline it. Huh. We'll get the call.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, defense, number 20. That 15-yard.
So they'll get Gabe Calorie on the unsportsmanlike penalty.
Number 20's first unsportsmanlike conduct foul.
So they'll enforce that because it was after the play. They'll enforce on the kickoff. So the Knights take the lead on the 3-yard Wildcat run from Charles Salary. Extra point attempt is up, and it's good.
Extra point is
1:10 to go in the first half. Saints now trail it 17-14. We'll take a break. You're listening to Siena Heights Saints football on WLEN 96.5 and on WLEN.com.
that's where Luke Frayne will
All right, welcome back. 1:10 to go in the first half. The Saints now trail at 14-7, and these two Giants are throwing haymakers.
Yeah, you know, there's a reason why they're at the top of the conference standings, and today they're showing it. Both teams are very, very good at what they do, and that time Marian responded after 14 straight points by the Saints to get a score here late in the first half. So we'll see if Siena has enough time to do something with the football.
The Saints have 2 timeouts left on the board. So now the ball will be spotted at midfield due to that unsportsmanlike call, and this will go just right through the back of the end zone.
Frayne's kick goes out of the end zone for a touchback.
So the Saints will get the ball at the 25.
25-yard line.
Chris, I'm probably not doing a whole lot of crazy stuff here at your 25-yard line against this defense. I'm probably taking this into the half, hopefully down 3 points.
But let me play devil's advocate, because it's essentially a win-or-go-home situation here for the Saints. This is an all-or-nothing deal. And you got a lot of football left.
Well,
I think that's it. I think that's what you're saying.
You get the ball to start the second half too, which is another consideration.
But if you can hit a couple plays to the sidelines here,
well, I definitely wouldn't be taking too many risks, just because you got a young quarterback, and
now we got a whistle here.
I think we had.
I didn't. It looks like there's a flag, but I don't see a flag. Oh, so it's a delay of game here.
Well,
and that's just the stuff you can't do. Now I'm with you.
Yeah,
now I'm with you.
You know, if that doesn't reinforce that, you just don't want to.
15 from the 20 now for the Saints.
because Marian does have all 3 of its timeouts, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him use them here.
Damon Wright goes in motion from right to left. Neck takes. He's going to throw it over the top. He wants him. Deontay Rush wanted a flag, and there is none. So they tried. They tried to go for it. It looked like it was pretty good coverage. We couldn't see because their backs were to us. Couldn't see if there was some hand fighting on the opposite side, but
he had 3 officials there on each different angle.
Yeah.
None of them saw it, so I think it was just kind of a little bit of jostling, which happens in coverage.
So the clock stops at 1:04. Saints down by 3 in the first half. They're going to give it. Davis bouncing it outside, trying to hurdle, staying on his feet. He's going to lose a yard, but man, what an effort to get every inch he could.
Oakley on the stop.
Really surprised Marian isn't using their timeouts here, because 3rd down here after that incomplete pass, they'd have a decent amount of time to mount a late drive. But if I were Siena, I'd be running this clock down. Looks like that's what they're going to do.
Play clock at 20, so they'll get this down to about 15 seconds or so. And they may end up just taking a timeout here because they're really not set for a play, so they're going to take a timeout. And there's the timeout with 1 second on the play clock, so 15 seconds on the clock.
Timeout called by the Saints, their second of the half.
And I think this actually has worked out pretty well. You take your shot to try. I suppose you're fortunate that Marian decided not to use their timeouts because of that. But now you're going to bleed this clock down. You're going to go into halftime here, hopefully, barring something silly. You go down by 3, and I think as long as you're within that one score, really on either side. If you're up by 3, if you're down by 3, if you're up by 7 or down by 7, I think that's the range you want to be in against a team like this.
For sure. If you would have told Matt Cohn earlier this week that they would be trailing by 3 at halftime to this football team, excuse me, I think he would have taken it. And Saints are in great shape. They got the football to start the second half, and they're well within striking distance. That's all you can ask for when you play a championship team like Marian, is just to stay in the game and have a chance to win at the end.
Well, we talked about it a little bit ago. It's Rocky. These are 2 heavyweights in this league that are going at it right now. They're going to give it. That's Davis bouncing it out left. Not a whole lot of room to roll. He'll pick up 2 to the 21. And now it looks like Marian will take their timeout, one of their timeouts.
Yeah, they're going to make them punt the football.
They're going to make them punt it away, which makes sense.
Too.
Yep.
4th and 14.
We've seen some crazy things on punts and snaps and returns, and anything can happen on this play.
This is where I think you're just punting this ball out of bounds, or punting it definitely not to get a return, because that's really the only thing that can hurt. Even if you only get 30, 40 yards, they have basically, when this punt comes down, it's going to be 4 or 5 seconds. You're going to have one play. So as long as they're out of field goal range, I'd say that's all their job is, to get this punt away and get enough yardage to only allow them really one play before the half. Looks like we got a different – no.
It's Caleb Meister out to boot it away. He's going to stand at about his 5-yard line.
Now, if you really want to get crazy, you can fake the punt here.
The Saints would need about 14 yards. Good snap. Punts away.
Ooh, we got hit. Well, they're not going to call
that.
No
flag there. It's going to be fair caught at the 40 or the 41-yard line, it looks like. So that's where the Knights will take over. I would expect them at this point to just probably take the knee.
Yeah, I'd be surprised. They're big. They're not going to be able to get a field goal off. They've got one play, so basically they're either going to take a shot at the end zone, or they're just going to take a knee. But they got 3 receivers lined up, so
yeah, they're not going to take a knee.
They're gonna go for it. So just make sure nothing gets behind you.
So Darter with 2 receivers left, 1 right.
Watch Mr.
Saints are playing a prevent here.
Watch Mr. Salary too running the football. He can be dangerous.
Darter takes. He's going to throw. He's going to roll, buying himself some time, throwing, unleashing down the field, and it's going to be batted and then incomplete. It was batted down by Daquan Butler, and Marquis Goodman says, I had a chance at that one. So either way, we go into halftime here. Saints trail it by 3, 17-14. Of course, the Siena Heights University Football Halftime Show brought to you by D&P Communications. Now, whether you're an existing client or maybe you're looking for information on service, totes of the rock for 126 yards in that touchdown as the Saints receive this one from inside the 5 with some space out to the 25. And then taken down at the 27.
Brings it out to the 26-yard line.
Good run back there from
Stop made there
Ryan.
by 27, Joey Flocon, and 28, Peyton.
I think that was
Looked
Devon
like that was
Washington.
Devon Washington, the senior running back, 5'10", 180 out of Port Huron.
Well, here we go, Chris. Second half of football, for all intents and purposes, for a share of the conference title.
Saints trail at 14-17. They're going to send right in motion. They're going to give it to Darius, who's going to get met in the backfield. He's going to lose a yard out to the 26-yard line. And the Knights were all over that one.
Well, I want to imagine the adjustment they made at halftime is don't let Mr. Davis get going, because he got going in that second quarter, really kept some drive alive, and gave Siena Heights a lot of confidence when they really needed it.
They've run that same formation multiple times today where they send Damon right. Sometimes they'll flip it. Sometimes he'll start on the left side of the formation. Sometimes they'll start on the right, and they'll send him in motion. And they've got multiple plays out of the same formation, which can be hard to dissect if you're an opponent, as Neck takes. Looking, he's going to roll, throwing. He's got a man. Nope, incomplete. It was out of the catch radius of Deontay Rush. So that'll bring up 3rd down and 11. Not a place you want to huddle from offense.
No, that time Rush was open, not just missed him on that throw. So, 3rd and long, that's not where you want to be against this Marian defense, and I would expect a lot of pressure here on Mr. Necht.
Saints trail at 17-14. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Will Walker goes in motion. Neck takes. They're going to give it with some steam. Darius.
Got it.
He got it. That's 11
Darius
on the run from Darius.
23, Jahari
That's good for a Saints first down.
Another vision play for Davis. He ran right into the left side, nothing there, bounced it out to the right, and just knifed his way in just enough for that first down. Wow. Big play. I can't say enough about that play here to start the second half.
Like you mentioned earlier, throw on rundowns and pass on running downs, and they did just that there. Neck takes. They're going to give it to Davis again with a little bit of a hole, spinning.
He just won't go down.
He rolled over a defender, and it didn't look like his knees or his elbows or his hands touched. So he kept trying to go, and they blew the play dead. So it'll be spotted at the 43-yard line.
It's really fun to watch a pair of all-conference backs go at it. Salary on Marian's side and Davis and ours really putting on a show today.
2nd and 4. Neck takes. Looking, throwing. It's going to be intercepted. Coming the other way, 30, 25, taken out of bounds by Necht. It was a poorly thrown ball. It was just a little out route to Damon Wright, and it looked like it was Bailey Bennett, the outside linebacker from Greenwood, Indiana, who jumped the route and made the pick.
Yeah, talking about adjustment, there was one there. You know, those routes were open in the first half. That time, Bennett, the linebacker, stepped right in front of the receiver and picked that pass off, and Marian's in great shape here.
Inside the Saints' red zone. Give it to Salary. Nope, it's a keep. Carter's going to throw. Fighting all the way to the 10-yard line. It looks like it's going to be just a yard short of the first down. Bring up 2nd and 1. Ugh.
Yeah, you don't want to give this offense a short field. And Saints defense is really going to be tested here. A lot of options for Marian, and 2nd and 1. I wouldn't be surprised they'd take a shot here in the end zone for Mr. William, their top receiver.
They're going to give it to Salary again, running right with some room, enough for a first down.
Number 1, Charles Salary on the ball carrier for the Knights.
They'll give him the 5-yard line. Nope, the 6-yard line. That's good for a first down and a 1st and goal from there.
Saints rushing reserves on the field here, trying to get a different package here in 1st and goal.
I go heavier. Wildcat once again as it's Salary at that running back spot. Takes. He's going to run it right with a head of steam. It's got to be stopped short. Pick up a 4 to the 2. Bring up 2nd and goal from there.
Yeah, nothing too fancy from Marian. Just snap it right to the back, and he just goes around the right end and follows that big old line. They're going to probably do it again.
They're going to do it again here with Salary.
Thing you can hope for is maybe that last snap. That center really snapped it quick to Salary. Maybe a little bit of a miscue here. That's down in this territory.
Salary takes, waits for a hole, and he's stuffed to the 1. Boy, when he takes that snap, he just waits just a split second for something to open, and then he hits the hole. But this time, Griffin Sobel was there to make the stop. 3rd and goal now.
Yeah, that Marian
Salary
line,
still in at the Wildcat.
Marian line is pretty physically imposing up front, and the Saints are doing their best to hold them off.
Saints trail it by 3, 10:30 to go in the 3rd quarter. Salary takes, waits, tries.
No.
I don't think he got in. I think he slipped. I think he lost a half a yard. And now, what a stand on 3rd down. And now I think it looks like the Knights are going to
kick the field goal. Get off the field.
You got to get off the field. Saints able to make a change.
Be careful here. Be careful.
There's a 19-yard attempt here by the Knights. High snap, kicks up, look good, and it is. So with 9:47 to go, this Saints defense put in a terrible spot inside the 20, hold strong inside the 5-yard line, and only forces a field goal, and that's big.
That's a win.
That's big.
That is a win. I'm kind of stunned, to be honest. I can't believe they used the Wildcat for all 3 downs on that play. When you got a quarterback like Darter, who's 6'6", 230, you'd think you'd want him in there for an option to throw the football or even running at that size. I'm kind of questioning, to be honest, that play call by Marian, that series, I should say. That could be a big swing.
Yes, and that's one of those plays that we'll just hang on to here at the 10-minute mark of the 3rd quarter. But when you go to the Wildcat, it does a couple things for you. If you're going to run the ball anyway with a quarterback, a standard pocket passer like Darter is, and you're just going to hand the ball off anyway, it eliminates that motion, right? That takes one piece of the pie, one piece of the slice of the pie out of the equation. So now you're just going to run the football anyway, but you're not a quarterback either as the kick's away.
Yeah, and the plays weren't particularly.
Field at the 9, outside the 20, to the 25, to the 30. Brought back by Caleb Jefferson, the freshman running back out of Columbus, Ohio, 6'1", 215. Puts the Saints in a good spot at their own 32.
Yeah, all I can say is, mark that last series down.
That's a big one.
Because that one really, Marian could regret later their choice of play calls there. Because the Wildcat, you pretty much are going to run the football, and it really allowed our Saints defense to kind of hunker down and not really have to worry about the pass. So we'll take it, but, Mr. Knecht doesn't have any more margin for error here. He needs to take better care of that football, and if we have a chance to pull this one out.
Knecht takes. They're going to give it. That's Davis, who snowed under, lost a yard. Ball's out! Marian says they got it. Do they? I don't know. No, there's still no call here as Davis is down.
Sure looked like he was down, but I don't know.
I don't know that he was down either, but there's still no. Yeah, now they're going to say Marian ball. Oh, my goodness gracious.
And the fumble is recovered
Oh, no. Oh, no, that's not what you needed.
Yeah, Siena Heights has done a great job all season in the turnover battle, and today that's the one thing they're really losing. This is their third turnover, and Marian has yet to turn the ball over. So, wow, you're putting that defense in another hole, and yeah, big momentum switch right here, Chris.
9:35. Saints defense back out on the field, as is Ethan Darter. Sends his big tight end in motion. Darter will take. It's a give up the middle with a head of steam outside the 20, inside the 20 to the 19.
Number 8, Wesley Cook got the carry.
And that's enough for a Knights first down.
Andrew Loria teamed up on the stop with Santiago Reynolds.
Santiago Reynolds and Andrew Laurie in on the tackle.
Yeah, Cook, the other back they use quite a bit, a little bit bigger and more of a inside the tackle runner.
Darter takes, gives to him again, trying to run outside with a hole. Inside the 15, still on his feet, finally pushed out of bounds. Looks like they'll give him the 13.
23, DeQuan Butler took him out of bounds.
Another Saint is down. Trying to get off the field. Looks like that's Nico Moroso. And they're going to get a timeout for him.
Yeah, the Saints said back-to-back defensive series inside their own 30. Really a tough task to start the second half here. Not what we were anticipating to start this third quarter, that's for sure.
Darius Davis a little bit banged up on the sideline as well, so we'll see. Watch and see if he's able to come back as Nico Moroso gingerly walks off under his own power.
Yeah, with 8:57 left, you know, we're still only down 20-14, but, you know, the turnovers really, you can't give the ball up 2 times in a row in your own territory and not expect to get really punished. And we kind of dodged the one, just giving up a field goal moments ago. But this time around, you know, Marian, they're gonna find a way to put the ball in the end zone sooner or later.
Well, they're going to come out now facing a 2nd and 4 at the Saint 13. Takes, gives, it's Cook again. This time gets stacked up. Taken down for no gain at the 13. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Their defense is holding their own. See if we can get a stop here and make them settle for another field goal try.
Saints down 20-14. Darter with 2 receivers left. One right in his big tight end. Brandon Dillon to the right side of the formation. Wesley Cook in at running back. Darter takes. He's going to roll. Throwing into the end zone. Got a man. And it's...
Wow, what a catch.
Caught. Touchdown. Knights. Oh, my goodness.
Number 4, Johnny William.
And now they're going to get...
In the corner of the end zone, and it's good.
They're going to get Greg Miller on a personal call here. I saw that one. I'm sorry, they're going to get Wesley Cook on that.
Yeah, William that time just battled Gabe Calorie for the football and came away with it and somehow kept his feet down in the corner of the end zone. Just a nice ball and nice catch there. And
it was a perfectly thrown ball.
Yeah.
Because Calorie was in position.
The result of the play is a touchdown. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 8 on the defense.
So Wesley Cook will pick up that personal call.
Excuse me, correction, number 8 on the offense. That penalty will be assessed on the kickoff.
So they'll move the ball back from the 35. We'll spot it at the 20 at the kickoff.
19, Matt Plezak on for the
So Matt Plezak will try for the extra point here. And just like that, the Saints now down 13 points. That's 10 points off turnovers on back-to-back possessions for the Saints. 7:49 to go. We'll take a break. You're listening to Siena Heights Saints football on WLEN 96.5 and on WLEN.com. $7:49 to go in the third. Saints trail 27-14. And now the Saints are going to get this back, and they got to do something with it.
Yeah, you know, we just gave basically the number 2 team in the country 10 free points here to start the second half, and see if we can get our offense cranked back up here, Chris.
So now the kick will come from the 20.
Get up there.
It's a good kick. Got to go get it. Fielded at the 25 to the 30, out to the 40.
29,
Caleb Jefferson returning it out to the 41-yard line. So good starting field position here for the Saints.
Yeah, here's where the offense, I think, needs to be aggressive. You're down 13 now. Really, you got to get back into this game somehow. And again, this is where Mr. Necht is going to have to hit on some passes and use that veteran receiving core that's available to him. Mr. Glanders, Rush, Wright, they got to get some things going through the air, because running the football only as a surprise right now is probably going to be the strategy down 13.
All right, so they send Wright in motion. Davis is the back. They're going to give it to him. Running hard. Pick up 3 hard-fought yards out to the 44.
22, Darrell Wilson, and 3,
he's coming up a little slow, but he'll make his way to the sideline. Jared Jordan will check in.
Yeah, Davis is definitely a little gimpy. He's favoring something, maybe that hip.
Yeah, it looks like his left hip. Neck 2 receivers right, 1 left. Jordan in the backfield. Takes, looking, stepping up, throwing. It's going to be, oh my goodness, nearly intercepted.
Next pass intended for number 4.
Darrell,
Rush is incomplete.
check that. TJ Comer almost picked it off, looking for Rush.
Yeah,
that brings up 3rd down and about 7.
Necht is really throwing into some dangerous territory there. Multiple Marian defenders around that time, and luckily it wasn't picked off.
You want to be aggressive, but you want to be smart. As Necht takes, looking, it's a screen,
nice.
Out to Jordan. Out across midfield to the 45. First down, Saints.
Really well-designed play there. Good timing, and got the ball out to Jordan, who did the rest. You got a key first down to keep this drive going.
And TJ Corner with the stop. The gain is good to the 45-yard line of the Knights, and it's good for a Saint. First down.
Saints inside Knights territory at the 45. Neck 2 receivers left, 1 right. Neck takes, gives to Jordan. Trying to find a hole. He'll pick up 2 out to the 43. That'll be 2nd and 8.
Yeah, Jordan giving Davis a little bit of a breather here as Davis kind of still recovering from, I think, looks like a little bit of a hip pointer. But Saints got to hit on the pass game here, 2nd and long.
6:06 to go. Saints down 27-14. Neck sends right in motion. Takes, gives. That's Jordan. Hole was closing, but Jordan found some space. Out to the 35.5-yard line. The Saints need the 35. Brings up 3rd and half a yard.
Great job right there. Jordan breaking some yards after he got had contact. Mr. Fink opened up some line play up there up front, the center. Doing a great job.
Jordan's their bell ringer. He needs a yard. 5'10", 210, Jaron Jordan out of Grosse Pointe Woods in the backfield. Neck sends right in motion. They're going to give it to Jordan with the hole, out to the 30, out across the 30 to the 28. First down, Saints.
Great job of the offensive line there, getting that push. Obvious running play, and Saints won the line of scrimmage that time, Chris.
I need to win it again and again and again.
Well, we are getting a push, and now we got Davis back in. That's a good sign.
5 minutes to go in the third. Saints down 13. It's a give to Davis.
25, Darius Davis,
He'll pick up one to the 27.
6, Matt Dutra.
Didn't look like he
And 3, Nikai
could
Poyser on the
cut
stop.
quite as sharply as he usually does.
Well, at this point in the game, you know, everybody's a little banged up, and Davis, he's not going to come out unless he physically can't go. So he's going to stick with it as long as his body will allow him to.
2nd and 9, ball to 27. Neck 2 receivers left, 1 right. They send Tim Brown in motion. Neck takes. Fakes, getting pressured. Going to throw. It's going to be caught by Davis, who picks up another yard. Out to the 26-yard line.
Yeah, living dangerously. Mr.
Oh.
Neck had a lot of pressure on him and barely got that pass away. And Davis only picked up a yard, but that was a good yard. That was a good yard because that was looking like it may have been about a 7 or 8 yard loss.
So now the Saints are looking at 3rd and 8.
See Glanders out there on one-on-one coverage. You know, at some point, you might want to take a shot out there and let him fight for the football.
Ball's at the near hash mark. Saints going left to right on your dial. Glanders to the far side of the field in one-on-one. They send right in motion that way. They're going to look him off. Next going to throw. He's got a man, and it's tipped. Incomplete. Will Walker the target.
Next pass intended for number 40, Will Walker.
Happy feet in the pocket, getting pressure, and ball was just a little high to Will Walker.
And Neck that time had some people open. Actually, number 1, Wright, was in kind of in motion and was out open, wide open in that flat. Just didn't see him. And it looks like we're not going to try a field goal here. We're going to go for it on 4th down.
Now, do you try for a shot at the end zone, or do you try to hit that first down mark?
I'm going for 1st down. I think, you know, end zone is, especially the pass rush that Marian can bring, something quick that you can get some quick yardage.
2 receivers right, 1 left. That's Glanders on one-on-one. Neck takes, looks. He's got time, got to throw, got to get rid of it, and he's going to get sacked. Back to the original. Nope, he's going to lose a few more yards out to the 30.
And Neck that time probably should have just tucked it and ran. He had a little bit of opening there and just held on it too long, and Marian eventually is going to get him, and that's exactly what happened there, Chris.
So they'll spot the ball.
The winning number,
Looks like right at that 30-yard stripe.
083. Again,
3:20 to go. Saints down 13.
083.
The Knights will take over at their own 30.
Please come up to the press box.
Well, here's where we could use a big turnover.
Darter takes, gives the salary. Trying to find some room. Nice job there
Charles Salary, the ball carrier.
from Malik Edwards, who had a hold of him and just wouldn't let him go.
And Griffin Sobel.
That could have been a lot worse, and instead Salary only picked up about 2.
Yeah, I would imagine Marian's going to go to Mr. Salary here with about a little over a quarter of football left. 13-point lead, and he's your top back, cranking out about 8-9 yards of carry today.
2nd and 8. Saints show 4 down linemen. Ethan Darter making a call. Steps back and takes the snap. Darter, quick pass out. It's going to be caught, making Griffin Sobel miss out across the 40. It's a first down to the 45. Brought down at the 46. Good for a Knights first down.
Yeah, William, the receiver, got that football and dodged about 3 or 4 tackles and was able to pick up a nice bit of yardage here and another first down. Williams, their star receiver, and he's definitely made a big-time play right there.
2:20 to go in the third. Saints down 13 to give the Salary out to the right side. Saints sniffing out. Nice job there
Charles Salary, the ball carrier.
from Nick Stallworth.
Nick Stallworth.
Trevon Claiborne and Butler coming down from that safety spot. Good play there from the Saints defense. Brings up 2nd and 10 on no gain.
Yeah, our defense at this point is, held up pretty nicely, Chris. Really the 10 points this half were mostly because of field position.
Yeah, inside when you're forced to defend less than 35 yards, it's tough. Saints showing pressure, they bring it. It's a screen out to Salary. Well tackled there by Nick Stallworth. Pickup of about 7 brings up 3rd and 3, and here's a big play.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get him off the field here, especially late in the 3rd quarter.
4 receivers, 2 split out wide left, 2 split out wide right. Salary's the back. Just a quick little pass out to Salary, caught out across the 35, forced out of bounds there from Gabe Calorie, inside the 30 at the 28-yard line. That's good for a Knights first down.
Yeah, nice little quick pitch and catch there. William again on the outside, very dangerous once he catches the football.
Knights with stacked 2 receivers far right. Big tight ends in the slot. Bird takes, throws, looking. Is it picked off? It's picked off! Trevon Claiborne! What a big play there from number 2. Oh, that is a huge play.
Yeah, we need a shot in the arm there on defense, and Claiborne read that route and stepped right in front of the receiver at the 5-yard line to pick it off and stop another potential Marian scoring drive here, Chris.
That play holds more weight than gold. That is a big one.
Yeah, our defense has hung in there. I mean, we've given up 27, but considering some of the circumstances behind that.
Yeah, if you're tuning in right now and you hear we say the Saints are down 27-14, you're going to say, "Oh my gosh!" I would imagine the Knights have 350 yards on offense. It's not the case. It's really not. The Saints D was put into 2 pretty bad spots, and all things considering, that was a big one.
Big one right there.
Neck takes, gives. That's Davis. Out to the 9-yard line. That's a pickup of about 4. Bring up 2nd and 6. And with a play like that on defense, obviously it's going to give the defense a huge shot in the arm. But what about the offense as we draw close at the 3rd quarter?
Well, it definitely, we're 2 scores away.
Yeah.
We're 13 points down. That's doable. We did it in the first half. We can certainly do it here in the second, but got to play mistake-free football from here on out.
End of the 3rd quarter, the Saints trail at 27-14, but this team ain't out of it. Stay tuned. You're listening to Siena Heights Saints football on WLEN 96.5 and on WLEN.com. Part of the 4th quarter, 15 minutes to go. The Saints trail it by 13. It's 27-14 Marian. And the Saints were able to score 14 points in the first half. They scored 14 points in 1 quarter, in the 2nd quarter. So it's doable.
Oh, certainly doable, but it's not going to be easy. And right now we're looking at 91 yards until the end zone. So we got to put some plays together here quickly, and Mr. Necht is going to have to deliver on his passes for us to have a chance to come back in this one.
Start of the fourth quarter. Ball spotted at the 9-yard line. It's 2nd and 6. Neck sends rights in motion from left to right. Neck takes. Fake. Throwing over the top. Looking for Adam Glanders. Caught in stride at the 45. 50. First down, Saints. What a big play.
What a catch.
Wow.
Talk about over-the-shoulder catch. That was fantastic.
That's the Willie Mays catch. Over the shoulder.
And that's the kind of play you're going to need to come back in this one. And Necht, again, delivered it right on the money and gave the Saints some breathing room now here at midfield.
And that play's been there a couple times today. Next just missed it just a hair, but he connected and threw a bullseye that time. Next sends right in motion. They're going to give it to Davis, who's trying to churn his legs.
Yeah, he's trying.
He'll pick up one inside Knights territory to the 49. He'll take a breather. Jared Jordan will come in.
Yeah, Davis is a warrior today.
A warrior.
Really limping here, getting to the sideline, but he keeps coming back for more, and that's kind of the way the Siena Heights football team is, too. They look like they're down, and then they keep coming back for more.
Next sends right in motion. They're going to fake it. It's a little toss out to him. Good pass. Out across the 50 to the 49. Flag comes in from the secondary. The ball will be spotted at the 46. Interesting flag location.
Maybe a block in the back. Been a pretty clean game except for some sportsmanlike conduct.
Yeah.
There is no foul for an illegal block. The block occurred 4 yards downfield, not 5.
So there is no flag for a block because they say the block happened within that 5-yard zone because you can block there within 5 yards. They say it happened at the 4-yard mark instead of the 5, so no flag.
No harm, no foul.
Meanwhile, it brings up a huge third down. It's 3rd and 6, ball at the 46 of Marian. Marian showing pressure. They bring 4. Necht. It's a screen. Out to Jordan. Out across the 45 to the 40. First down, Saints. Inside the 40 to the 38.
Yeah, Necht is living dangerously on those little screen passes because Marian is almost getting to him, and the timing has to be absolutely perfect or it's a disaster for the Saints. But that time it worked to perfection, and another key first down. We're moving the football.
Well, you give a lot of credit to Necht, who you say they're coming down, and he's waiting till the very last second to get it away. And it really is, it's the perfect timing of the play, which is why it's worked a couple times as Necht sends right in motion, right to left. They're going to give it to Jordan outright, out across the 35 to the 31. Nope, they'll say the 30. Now we're getting
Jordan's down.
32-yard line. Now Jordan's down on the Marian sideline.
Yeah, that time Jordan.
He went down hard.
He went down hard, and the guy who made the tackle landed right on top of him and drove him into the turf. So hopefully he's just shaken up, but didn't look good. I tell you, he had a lot of weight on him when he was going off on the Marian sideline there.
We're having a hard time seeing over there because the Marian players are huddling. Darius is over there. Deontay Rush is over there.
He's up and walking.
He is up and walking.
Looks like just maybe got the wind knocked out of him.
Yeah, good. He's jogging off, so that's a good sight.
Yeah, I'll tell you, there'll be a lot of sore bodies in the Spencer complex next week here, Chris. This is a hard-hitting game, and both teams are giving everything they've got.
And how about those guys, those 3 guys going over to Jared on the Marian sideline? Damon Wright, Deontay Rush, and of course, Darius Davis, you know, kind of going to get their guy. He's in enemy territory over on the sideline, and again, it just shows you the bond that this team has.
Yeah, that's the difference between this year's team and past teams. This team is as tight as I've ever seen a team here at Siena Heights.
2nd and 4. There's Davis in the game at running back. They send Wright in motion. They're going to give it to Davis, bouncing it outside, and he's going to get tackled for a loss. Lose a yard on the play.
Mr. Bailey Bennett, linebacker that time, sliced in to make that tackle. Really good open field tackle there on Davis.
Who just doesn't have that, that sharp cut that he usually has.
Yeah, he's out there, giving it his best, but he's certainly not 100%.
No. But he's battling. So big third down here. It's 3rd and 5. Nexon's right in motion. Steps up. Spins out of a tackle. Does he get to the first down marker?
Give it to him.
I think he did. Yeah, he did. First down Saints. What a play by Necht. Wow.
He's certainly not a runner by trade, but that time he spun out of a tackle and barely got it to the sideline to the chains. And that's what a winning quarterback does, Chris. He's not flashy, not throwing the football, not running the football, but he seems to make plays when we need him to.
So a huge first down conversion there from Necht. As he gives this offense a fresh new set of downs, it's 1st and 10. Tim Brown goes in motion. They give it to him on the sweep, trying to cut it inside. He'll pick up a yard to the 26. Really, it's about a half a yard.
And not a lot on that, but a good play call. I think keep that honest because they've been running that fake jet sweep most of the game and haven't really handed that off. And you just want to keep that defense guessing as much as possible. Got Glanders out here on single coverage, Chris.
To the near side of the field, it's a short side. Ball spotted near hash mark as Necht takes. He's going to roll right, fake it. He's getting pressure. He's got to get rid of it. Steps out of 2 tackles and delivers it to Will Walker. It's only a gain of 2, but it's a big 2 yards as Necht was dancing for his life. Avoided 2 tacklers in the backfield and got it away.
Dancing's absolutely the correct term. He did a do-si-do on a couple of those defenders. I don't know how he got out of that.
And with all of that, brings up 3rd and 7.
Yeah, but it would have been 3rd and
it would have been
15.
It's right. So Necht with 2 receivers left, 1 right. That's Rush. They send Wright in motion. They're going to give it to Davis. Oh, man, who was stopped. He hit a wall. Yeah, and it looked like if he was going to be able to spin out of it, he had some room, but.
Yeah, he took a pounding there.
Yeah, he sure did. So now the Saints are going to elect to kick a field goal.
Not a bad decision here with 9:31 left to go. If you can convert on this field goal, you're down 10, and then you're just down a touchdown and a field goal versus 2 touchdowns. So see if Mr. Tanguay can convert here.
Brady Tanguay on to attempt a field goal for the Saints.
Kicks away and looked like it was blocked. It doesn't have enough. It looked like it was blocked right. No good.
21 TJ Corner gets a piece of that field.
Yeah, we've had a problem with that lately, blocking on the field goal tries here. And that time they.
Matt Cohn is hot about something.
Yeah, I'm not sure. They're talking, but I don't know what.
I don't know what the call is.
They thought maybe somebody jumped.
Yeah, it looked like the right side of that formation jumped, but there was no call. And they're really not even going to entertain him, quite frankly. Well, so the Saints come away empty there on the corner block. So now Darter and company back out for the Knights. Takes. He's going to throw over the middle, and it's going to be tipped. Well, that ball looked like it was coming up a little hot, but falls incomplete.
Yeah, I'm really surprised they're throwing the ball down here. Up 13 with the back that they have, but We'll take it. They said Darter is really not in a really particularly good day. He had that really good touchdown pass a while back, but otherwise hasn't delivered on a lot of his throws.
Wesley Cook in at running back. They send a man in motion. Darter takes. They're going to give it to Cook running left, and he's hit a wall. Logan Smith in on the tackle. He was there first. Malik Edwards there as well.
Yeah, this defense just refuses to go away. You know, they're trying to hold their own, keep this Saints team in the game here.
3rd down and 7 for the Knights.
So now 3rd and 7 for Marian. We're going to get a new call from the sideline. Play clock at 15. Boy, I'd imagine this is going to go to Wesley Cook. Darter takes. He's going to throw. Looking. Stepping up. And it's going to be incomplete. Batted away.
Dangerous ball.
By Logan Smith and Gabe Callery, who's slow to get up. But a big play here again from this defense.
Yeah, Logan Smith was about an eyelash away from picking that off and going the other way. Again, dangerous pass on 3rd down. I'm really surprised they're throwing the football up 13 here when they got such a potent running game. But we'll certainly take it.
So the Knights are going to punt it away. It's going to be fielded and called for a fair catch there by Austin Kreider. They'll spot him at the Saint 40, and that's where they'll take over. Well, there's no doubt now you need a touchdown. With 8:07 to go, Saints down by 13.
Got plenty of time here. You know, we're not in horrible shape. We're not in great shape by any means, but we're not in horrible shape here. We hit on a couple of plays and get a touchdown here on this drive, and it's anybody's ball game still. You know, that 13 points is definitely doable. We just need to put together some plays, and again, our offense has got to deliver. No points here in the second half. They got to be able to do something here.
2 receivers left, 1 right. They send right in motion. Neck takes. Fakes to Jordan. Going up over top. And there's the flag. That's the one that we've been looking for. This is going to be pass interference. They were looking for Adam Glanders, who they ran that same play earlier, and Neck just threw it up over top, and Glanders came down with it. It was the same play, and this time they'll get the flag on Marian. It's going to be on TJ Comer, the corner.
Yeah, I think Marian probably could question whether that ball was catchable or not, but definitely Glanders' progress was impeded by corner there, kind of held him up.
Pass interference, defense, number 21, 15 yards, previous 5, 1st down.
We'll take it.
Comer was actually on Deontay Rush earlier, and now his responsibility is Adam Glanders. So big 1st down there now for the Saints. It's a 15-yard penalty out to the 45. Fresh set of downs, next in the shotgun. Takes, looking, stepping up into the pocket. Looking, he's going to have to run, and he's going to get tackled. He'll gain 2 on the play.
5, Tyler Neck keeps it.
Out to the 43. Bring up 2nd and 8.
Yeah, Marian dropping a lot of people into coverage now late in the game because they know they have a pretty good pass rush to begin with and nowhere to go with the football with Mr. Necht. But smart move. You got a couple, and hopefully we can find some openings here.
And if we can see it up here, we know that they can see it down there. Number 25 is not at 100%. Play clock at 6. Got to get it off. Neck sends right in motion. Takes. Faking it to right. It's a little toss pass to Will Walker. Out across the 40. 35. Taken down at the 33. That's good for a Saint 1st down. And they want to go right back to the line.
That play's worked all day. That little touch pass over the line of scrimmage, because the way Marian goes after the football, there's nobody in that second line of defense. And that time Walker was there and made a nice job because the ball was underthrown a bit. Made a great catch and moved the chains for us.
DeJuan Smith in for Will Walker. 6:42 to go in the fourth. Saints down 13. They're inside the Marian 35 as Neck takes. He's going to throw. He's got Glanders. It's caught at the 22 and taken out there. That's good for another Saints first down. And once again, Neck standing strong in the pocket with pressure in his face, delivers a strike to number 9.
Yeah, good protection there. Left tackle, number 77, Joseph Hewitt, the backup there for Lonte Rice. Did a good job of keeping the pressure off Neck so he could deliver that football.
Nexon's right in motion, takes, gives. That's Davis bouncing it outside, cuts it back in to the 15, still churning to the 18.
Well, Davis has got another gear to him here. You know he's banged up. He's not 100%. He's still making plays out there for the Saints and putting him in a good second and short position here, Chris.
So 2nd and 2, ball at the 14. Right goes in motion. Neck takes, gives. That's Davis bouncing it out again to the 10. Driven out at the 8. Now looks like they'll give him the 9 instead. Either way, it's good for a Saint first down. Inside the 10, it's 1st and goal.
Saints are moving. Said they're in good position here. We'll see if we can put the ball in the end zone here in the second half. Got to keep things moving. We don't have a ton of time left, approaching 5 minutes.
Saints go heavy up front. They send right in motion. Neck takes. It's a give to Jordan. Inside the 5. At the 5. 2nd and goal from there.
Yeah, Jordan kind of felt his way into the middle of that line here and found some good yardage. Not a bad gain. Now we're in some pretty good territory where we could maybe.
All right, Neck's out of the game. They're going Wildcat with Davis. Jordan out there as well. They send Dwan Smith in motion. It's Davis trying to cut outside, and he's snowed under. He's going to lose 3 yards out to the 8. Neck comes back in. They were trying to catch Marian off guard.
Yeah, that's the first time we've seen the Wildcat with Davis this season, and that time Marian was prepared for it. Really nothing there on that right side. And we're 3rd and goal. I'm saying Mr. Glanders. There he is. He's coming in. Siena looks a little confused here on offense. They need to kind of gain their composure and execute here on 3rd and goal.
Glanders goes to the far side of the field. He's on one-on-one coverage. Play clock at 4. They're going to have to get the snap off. Neck takes. Looking, spinning out of a tackle. Rolling right, looking, throwing back. It's going to be caught short of the end zone at the 2. Oh, boy.
Well,
what a play there. Good job from Adam Glanders to recognize that his quarterback was in trouble. Broken play, just made himself available. Neck found him on the scramble, and it's 4th and goal from the 2.
Yeah, no question about field goal try here. It's touchdown or nothing.
Neck takes. They give it to Jordan, and he's going to be stopped short.
Jared Jordan, the ball carrier, brought down for a loss to the 3-yard line.
Yeah, running play at that point didn't work this time for the Saints, and Marian's defense was ready for Mr. Jordan.
The Knights take over on downs.
.251 to go. Saints down 27-14. It's a tough test against that front 7 with the size and speed that they have as Darter takes, gives, that salary. He's not going anywhere. He'll pick up 1 out to the 3.
That At some point, you got to use some timeouts here.
Yeah, and here comes a late flag.
Well, I'm hoping that's not on us. We needed
Daquan Butler and Nick Stallworth on the stop.
that
We go
flag.
to penalty markers.
Flag come out late there.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be on the Saints. I don't know who. That's not what you need when you've got the team pinned inside the 5. I don't know who it's on. The mics wasn't working.
Well, that's pretty much takes the air out of whatever he had left in the tank, because you had him at least pinned down here, and now you give him an automatic 15 with a fresh set of downs. And
18-yard line. 1st and 10, Marian.
Chris, you just can't make these kind of mistakes
You
against
just,
these teams.
no, you just can't. You just can't. And now the ball spotted at the 18. So now you have to force a turnover here. You got to go get the ball. And this Marian offense is going to be just fine with bleeding this clock down as the play clock's at 8. Darter takes, gives to Salary with a hole up the middle, out across the 30, taken down.
Charles Salary, the ball carrier.
Finally, a touchdown-saving tackle there from Marquis Goodman.
Marquis Goodman on the stop. Gain is good to the 37-yard line.
So they'll spot at the 37, fresh set of downs for the Knights.
1st and 10 Knights.
Well, I think we gave it everything we got. It just wasn't enough today, Chris.
Yeah, I mean, look, the defense, you put them in a couple bad spots, and it's tough to come back as Salary spins out across the 40 to the 43-yard line. Daquan Butler makes a stop for the Saints. The Saints will take a timeout, but you look at those 10 points essentially were freebies inside the 30. You point to, the Trevon Claiborne missed interception that likely would have gone for 6 late in the first half. It's a different game. I mean, there are a couple different ways that this one plays out, but that's that's how it goes sometimes. This game is a game of inches, but it's a game of plays, and sometimes you point to a couple and you say, this is what it was.
Yeah, you look back at this game, assuming that the final is going to stay where it's at with a minute 33 to go, and this is a game Siena could have won, and was positioned to win. He made a couple of quick turnovers to start the second half, and that was pretty much it. Give a lot of credit to our defense. Regardless of what this final score is, Marian knew they were in a game today. They haven't been in many games like this all season where they pretty much, couldn't do whatever they wanted on offense. And defensively, our offense moved the football, but Marian's defense has always found a way to stop them, especially here in the second half.
Darter goes shotgun. Takes, gives, Salary with a hole out across midfield, still fighting. That's enough for a first down.
Charles Salary, the ball carrier.
That's a first down.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know if Coach Cohn will call any more timeouts. He can pretty much run it out now. Well, Chris, obviously we're not going to win this one, but we're still in the hunt for a playoff berth here. We got to win out and hope for some luck, and we got a good Concordia team coming in here at the final. If we can beat them, we've got an outside chance of getting into the playoffs. So still a lot left to play for.
Absolutely. As Darter takes, gives to Salary with a head of steam out across the 40, still on his feet to the 35, still on his feet to the 30.
Charles Salary, the ball carrier.
Yeah, Salary, just a really good back, really hard to bring down. He had a monster day, probably over 200 yards rushing.
Gain good to the 29.
Everything is advertised.
Yeah, I mean, there's they are good. They are deep, and they are tough out.
Well,
it looks like they'll need one more snap here.
It looks like they're just going to take a knee and call it a day.
Yeah. The Darter with the final knee. And that's how this one will end. The Saints fall to the Knights 27-14. We'll take a break. You're listening to Siena Heights Saints football on WLEN 96.5 and on WLEN.com.